Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Raw Versatility, hosted and nurtured by me, Catherine Rodriguez. If this is your first time here, hello. I'm so thankful to have you. If you are joining me for another episode, I know it's been a while. You probably missed my voice. I miss ya. So let's just jump into it because, yeah, we have a lot to discuss and break down. Since the last time we have spoken, I'm sure you are aware of what's been going on in the world, all over the place. The violence, the starvation, the conflict, the hate, all of it, the fear. It really is just so mind-boggling. I don't even know where to begin to express how I have felt over the past year. I have been full of such sadness and grief. I can't believe that what we see on the news and even what we don't see. Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine what we don't see. I can't believe that we are experiencing that, witnessing that, us as humans, all of us. I believe that we are all connected. It is so heartbreaking that humans can treat other humans as if they are less than and could do just such horrible, evil things to them. Children, women, disabled, it does not matter. I'm even a little hesitant to get into detail because of the recent censorship and all the changes that have happened, especially within the United States of America where I reside. But what I will say is I really feel and can only imagine what other people are feeling, and I empathize. Wow. Oh my gosh. We are all human. We are all human. No one should ever have their human rights ever be questioned, taken away, abused, neglected. Like, we are all human. I don't know another way to say that. Regardless of your stance on things, this is not going to be a political chat today. I'm just acknowledging the pain of being a human and living at a time like this. Regardless of where you stand, I just ask you to please look in your heart and acknowledge that we are all human. We all go through things. We are all connected. We need support. We need love. We need community. We need connection. We need it all. We need each other. I hope that we can get to a place in the future, in the near future, where we don't need to debate about things like this. We are all human. Moving on, but just had to start with that. Last spring, I was in my final semester of grad school, which was very packed, very chaotic. I'm not getting into the specifics right now. That will be a future episode. But just know your girl finally made it to the end. I graduated a double Ivy League grad as a first gen Afro-Latina. I am so happy that I am able to say that. I never thought I would say such a sentence, especially because I never believed I would be alive for as long as I am. I never thought I would see the day. So the fact that I am accomplishing things that once seemed like a dream, there's so many emotions, truly. I will get into that in another episode, I promise. I'm just trying to speed y'all up and get up to date. Over the summer, I took time to myself to really celebrate myself and to just finally take a break. I did not take a break from school for 19 years. That is a long time. I never even had the chance to really slow down and be with myself in that transition from getting my bachelor's to starting grad school. It was just one after the other. Over the summer, I took time to be with myself and to celebrate myself. I had a lot to process, especially because grad school was such a busy time. Every time I went through something, I kind of just shoved it under the rug. And when I finally did have the time and space to process things this summer, that's when it all came up and out. Do not recommend suppressing your emotions. If you have something that you need to process, do so the next opportunity you get, because suppressing it, ignoring it, will not make it go away. I then began the job looking process, job searching, and that took a while, took a lot of energy. I was going through a lot of things. Fast forward to fall, I began my first real big girl job as a bilingual speech language pathologist. I am so thankful that I get to say that. But it has been a lot transitioning into the role. To think that I was just once a small little girl that was afraid of using her voice, that was in speech therapy, and now I am here using my voice all day, every day. My 9 to 5, teaching kids in speech therapy, to now doing it on a podcast. Like, it is such a blessing. I am really so in awe. Then I had to process one of my parents, they had a cancer diagnosis, and that was very heavy. Fast forward to the beginning of 2025, still dealing with the cancer recovery and supporting my parent through that, which has been an experience in of itself. In the midst of this, my aunt, rest in peace, she passed away. So I was just dealing with a lot of grief, for my aunt, for my family, for the world. It was just a lot of grief. I also had to deal with a lot of grief from letting go of relationships in my life. I have been becoming more picky about my friendships and how I have allowed people to treat me. So, grieving friendships has been very hard as well. Lots of emotions. I'm still here. I'm still pushing through. I'm trying to do all this while taking care of my mental health, while still being a good friend and showing up for others. I'm still trying to figure out how to balance spending my time with other people and spending it with myself. I am still learning to nurture myself and take care of myself. One thing that I wish I would have done differently, which is okay, there's always room to grow. I love a little self analysis. One thing I wish I would have done differently in the past year was pause more. I was on go all the time. I was busy all the time. If I wasn't studying, I was occupying my time with other things. I felt like, and I still feel like, I don't have enough time in the day to do everything that I need to do, that I want to do. I am still figuring that out. I was always busy, always on the go, never had the opportunity to really process things. So it would come up at times when I was already dealing with other things. When you start crying, or like you're in, I don't know if this happens to you, but it happens to me. Like, sometimes I will cry and like be in a mood where like one thing is wrong, and then all of a sudden I'm literally listing like everything that's wrong with my life and everything that's wrong with the world, and it's just like a spiral. Like, yeah, no, I do not like getting to that point. Had I paused more often and like processed things, and if had I processed things when they needed to be processed, maybe I wouldn't have felt like I needed to spiral. It's just, yeah, it's a cycle. But we are all human. I will bring that back. I will say that again and again. We are all human. We are all figuring this out. We are all feeling many different things. The least we could do is show love towards each other, show compassion, and just make this life a little bit more manageable. Make it a little bit sweeter. Make it hurt a little less, because there is already a lot of horrible things going on, things out of our control, things in our control. Like, can we just be nice to each other and think about each other? Let's consider each other. We are all human. We are all here going through this experience together. Let's do it together. Let's do it. I am here being a human. I have days when I feel like I could conquer the world. I have days when it is hard to brush my teeth. I am a human. I have days when I can be super productive and knock out 100 tasks. And I have days where all my energy goes toward showering, getting dressed, feeding myself. I am a human. I am so thankful that despite everything we go through and everything we feel, this human experience is so unique and so precious. We each get our own experience. How beautiful is it that we get to share it with each other and get to learn about each other and get to learn from each other? How beautiful, how precious, how sacred. We are all human. We all deserve love. We are all worthy of love. Let's show more love, please. I beg of you. I just want to thank y'all for being here, for listening. I can only imagine what you have experienced this past year. I am so proud of you for pushing through all of the hard days. What a beautiful thing it is to be human, to grow and to evolve. I am so thankful. We are all human. I am a human. I love you, humans. It is such a pleasure to share my voice and vulnerability with you all. I am no longer withholding my voice and vulnerability. Instead, I am nurturing them as I learn to nurture myself and all the things that I love and that deserve to be taken care of. We are on Instagram at Raw Versatility, so please tune in on Instagram. That is where I announce when new podcast episodes are released. So if you want to be in the know, please stay connected. Thank you for being here.